Welcome everybody, it's Racer here, and we are dropping a video after a long vacation. So we are with LightSpeed Stampede, and it is race 4. So recap, this is season 3. We're in GT4 cars and getting ready to take off for the warm-up lap. So we're doing some quick chat, see how it sounds, then we'll let the race play, and jump in once or twice for some commentary. We back to recapping. So we started at Spa-Francorchamps with the rainy race, again 45 minutes, and we qualified well. We got to P3, which was getting really excited. Hoping the race would go off, and if you watched it, the last video I did, which was a stream, power went out, and we didn't get the power back. It flickered, and it came back, and then it flickered again, so we couldn't join the race before it started, because we would have been able to join back in where we qualified. It would have been great, but we never did get back to the race. Anyway, so race 1 was a loss, no points, and we went on vacation, so we lost race 2 and 3, and we rejoined for race 4 at the new track, the newest track to a set of course of competition is Valencia, sunny Spain. This is a dry race, fairly warm, I believe. Qualifying and practice was like over 30 degrees Celsius, anywhere from 31 to 34 degrees, so pretty steamy. The car, we are in the McLaren 570S. It's a good car, mid-engined, rear drive, which all race cars are rear drive, or if you were front, well, TCRs are. Anyway, so back to what we're doing here. Car is, this track, I don't know how everybody else handled it, but it was very hard on the right side tires, very long, and stressful to that side. So get ready to get the start. So we qualified, I believe, 11th, which wasn't too good, but it's a decent sized field. Just couldn't find the pace. The car did not like this track. Very twitchy. To do a lot of oversteering, snap oversteers. Right, getting ready to go green. So let's just see how it goes. Decent mix of cars here. Only 2 McLarens. There we go. Green, green, green. Taking it inside. Got a little bit of a decent start going inside. Just hoping. Oh, just somebody got smashed there. So we avoided that. Could have got the clipped on the tail end. So, turn 2, 3, or whatever it is. It's really set. We got another contact. More contact. We just avoided all of that. We got Robbie behind us in the AMG. Gets ahead of us. Got it inside. He's oversteering, or understeering, that is. So McLaren is fairly quick. It's very quick in a straight line. So we got the inside position. And just hold it. Don't let the back end snap around. It's very hard when it's cold tires. So. One is, so we settled down. We don't have anybody really behind us, nobody in front of us really close, so we just get these tires up to temperature and try to start doing some laps. I might have overfueled. I can't remember how much. I put in 66 or 7 liters of fuel, which seemed like a lot. 45 minutes. Seemed my math seemed to do okay, so I think I was pretty close on it. Go. Again, the car is very tail happy. You come off of these curbs, you go wide. A lot of track, width here over these exit curbs. But if you get on the gas at the wrong point, you will snap around. And I think that happens one time. So I saved the replay of the start. Maybe we can put that in as another video from the third-person perspective, broadcast perspective. So still got we got Robbie behind us. He's picked up this settled down. We're all settling down, but the leaders are in 6th place. The leaders are kind of walking away a little bit. I want to say a lot of the faster people in the leading the points got taken out at the start. I think this is the best way to do this because you had to concentrate so much with this car. Again, as I said before, it's really tail happy. If you get on the gas a little bit too much, the rear end will snap around on you, and then it's all over. Turn 1 was really hard. I was having a hard time in this car. I guess there's a lack of downforce, not like the GT3s where you can just get the front end cut, turned in, and you can rail through it with the aero working for you. These cars don't have a lot of aero, so you do have to be conscious of your turn-in points and your braking. It's not very stable. It's not planted to the ground like a GT3. So they got some battling up here between Yuckast and Nobody, the KTM and the Porsche Cayman. So, again, we're trying not to watch what's going on ahead of us because, again, I have my hands full with this car. Just trying to be easy on the gas. It's really hard. I use third gear a lot through a lot of the twisty parts. I would downshift down to 2 to try to make some of the tight turns, but I get to turn a little bit more. So you go Jackass is he's gone a little bit wide. I think Nobody had him inside on him, and I know he's quicker than I am, so I'm not going to give him the position very easily, but if he makes a bold move, I'm not going to try to defend. I really came into this not trying to defend anybody that I thought that I was as quick as. So Cass he's got the inside here, but the McLaren is just faster. It's faster than that Porsche. Straight line, nice long straight here. McLaren can stretch its legs. So turbocharged V8, I believe, in this car. So it's not a very big V8, I don't think. Again, I'm not going to defend the inside. If he comes in, I'm just going to let him have it, because I don't want to be slowed down defending. So, yeah, that was P5, but again, there's people behind me that are a lot quicker. That position's probably going to get picked off anyway. So we're just trying to have a good race. This car, again, struggling with this car. It's not happy with this track. And Robbie's making a move. And generally we do race with Robbie a lot. It's about the same pace we are. We're pretty close. And last season in the Porsche 992 Cup and a couple of GT3 races with Infinite Race League. This was another tricky turn. That very fast uphill off camber kind of tip in. This long left hand off camber, and just stressing those right side tires and just getting wrecked. And can we make a decent I feel real good with these laps lately, the last few laps. That is. Yeah, turn one, go pretty wide. Track limits are pretty. Probably making a big bull move, but luckily it doesn't. And that was Adrenal Luke. He got spun out. It looks like he got spun out by JDR. I think, in the Chevy. Must have spun him out because he waited for him, so that's, wasn't 2 spots, they were back markers, so they just spun each other out again, so they must have been, we caught up to them and passed them, so, no positions gained. I noticed that when we were racing, when it was live, and I wondered why I didn't go up, because that was Luke, and Luke was up near the front, so he must have gotten taken out at the start. So, again, we're just lapping them again. Or lapped them. Downshift to second this time, try to get it to turn a little bit more. So, in practice, there were several, probably like 3 turns that were really dangerous for the snap oversteer. That one, that turn we just passed, that was really dangerous. You just can't touch that curb, or you will send yourself to Shadow Realm. And yeah, our lap times weren't great either, so. So, got a decent little gap here. Start to just start putting some consistent laps. Lap times aren't great. We are on full race fuel, so we're doing 44s, 43s, stuff like that, I think. So it's, and if you could just, I mean, consistency is more the name of the game. I mean, if you're fast, but if you're, average speed, if you can just be consistent, you can keep yourself up in decent positions during the race. You just don't make mistakes, or at least make the mistakes compound. You just go wide and you don't spin out, or get track limit warning, stuff like that. You can do pretty decent. I mean, that is pretty much my play all the time. Just try to be consistent and stay out of trouble. Don't hit anybody off. I think most racers try to do that. So we're just going to let the race play, and we'll pop back in when some action happens. All right. So we're getting a little visitor here from Captain Sensible. Inside move again. Said he was a little bit quicker than us in qualifying. He was ahead of us. I'm just going to let him pass because I know I still got Robbie behind me, and I do not want to defend and waste time. Just let him go. Maybe we can pick up some speed from following him. More of a conservative race. We can do it. Just let him take off. Yeah. See how it goes.
car heading sector 1. heading sector 1.
Alrighty, so past halfway, we got Adrenal Luke behind us, and then Marino's one of the quicker guys in the lead currently, and we know he's behind us. We're not going to defend, so we don't know what's going on here. Dave is slowed down. He was ahead of us, so we just got ahead of him, so we're at P6 now, and I don't know why Dave checked up. I don't know if he was waiting for Luke or what. So we have this one issue here, like we had said, the snap oversteer, so we were back in 7th place. But again, I don't know what was going on with Dave. He just kind of like checked up right in turn 1. Not the wisest thing to do. I think he was waiting for Luke. There were some issues between the two at some point at the start, or maybe at another point somewhere, but again, why he slowed up, we don't really know. Don't know if that's the only thing I can think. So anyway, so we weren't going to get try to defend with Luke. We were going to let him buy it as soon as he got near us. We were just going to let him pass. But unfortunately, we had to give up that position that Dave surrendered to us, but he was really just surrendered to Luke. That's what our assumption is. Anyway, so still in P7 and 15 minutes left. Tires are, I don't know, the color on them is just like they're really grained up or something. I don't know what their yellow color is. The temps, they must be hot, but the pressures are okay, well within the range, 26 to 27 psi. So, so should have a lot of grip. That's kind of what we were looking for. I think some of the other guys might run their tires up higher. Maybe their ducts are too closed. I don't know. I thought they were pretty open, but maybe they're too closed. So, yeah, races. Like I say, beside that one mistake we just had on the previous lap, we were, doing pretty good. We lost quite a few seconds there, but we're losing seconds as the tires degrade. Again, we're really working that right side tires pretty good. So, we got about a 7-second lead to whoever's behind us. It's still Robbie the AMG, and then Rockley. Rockley is another one who qualified really well. Must have gotten taken out, and he's just climbing his way back through the order. Rockley's a really good driver. He's a friend from another Discord, and it's always fun to race with Rock. He's an ACC. He's pretty quick. He's always fun to race with. So, all right. So let the race continue. I'll probably pop in at the end. Alright, so we're coming up to back markers, lap drivers. You flash the lights, let him know we're behind him. He gets out of the way here, but kind of puts himself back in the.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Can only ask so much of somebody to let you pass. This track's it's got a lot of width to it, but you got dirty tires, and your sportsmanship can be punished by getting tossed off the track for dirty tires. So good on a scary guy Ken to let us by as easy as he could. So, and we're gonna try to. That's good too. We want to put scary guy between us and anybody behind us. It's going to be tracing us down. Got another lapper, Diesel. Yeah, Diesel. That's his name he has on PlayStation. I can't remember what his other handle is, but anyway, so he's ahead of us. Dave's still, got some decent gaps here, so and just try to put in consistent laps. Looking at the data sheets, consistency was on par with where we qualified. It wasn't that far off. We were about within a percentage, 1.5% or so, maybe 1.3 or something like that, between our best laps. So we weren't too terrible.
Losing to the car, heading sector 1.
Yucca asked served a penalty there, so track limit's more than likely, and we gained a position up to P6. We still have another back marker, blue flag driver, lap driver ahead of us, and try to get past him as clean as possible. And we still got Rockley chasing us down. We had a decent lead to him, but he got past Robbie, and he's hawking us down real good. And again, we're gonna try to not race in the Delta, although I was aware of he was caning on me. Tried to just focus on putting the laps in, but we just lose time every lap, and then kind of put our head down and put in a lap that was maybe 6 or 7 tenths off our best lap. We have pretty good worn out tires. It's try to put the laps in. And Diesel ahead of us, we flash him to let him know. Try to flash him, let him know we're coming, we're past. Gives us room, and then Camara's pretty quick, but I don't know that he's getting in the gas that much. Try to get over. Gotta put ourselves in position for turn 1 it is, and just hoped that he can slow Rockley down a little bit. See how it goes. And try to not make mistakes. Again, it's just all this car on these old tires. Just try not to get on the throttle too quick. We're at traction control 0, so easy to do. It's gonna shift a little sooner. Try to put the power down evenly. And got a couple laps left, and see how it goes. Alright, so Rockley we flashed our lights like we think we're going to come to the final lap, but we got one more lap left, and Rockley has chewed away our 2-second gap we had on the previous lap, so he's right on our tail, and we have to play defense here, knowing that he's coming, he's charging us real good, and there's just a few places you can make good clean passes, and the Rock Lee's not gonna make a dumb pass. We know that. So.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Like I say, the McLaren is fast, but it doesn't seem like it wants to get out of the corners very quick. The cars are evenly matched, except for the way that they drive. So he's take some inside lines. But he's going to try to get the cut back on us. Just kind of park it at the apex. This is where it comes into not making mistakes. As I said, with the snap over steer. Try to avoid that curb right there. Race is finished. Leader's already crossed the line, I believe. I'm going to try to slow it down.
Car on the right.
We're wide.
Clear on the right.
Rock's going to try to cut us out, but it's just a drag race. It's a drag race. Drag race. I got a meter or two long front end, and
Good job. Best you could. Take it easy indeed, lab.
pulled off 6th place. So, what a race! It was one of the reasons why I don't stream. I didn't stream this race.